Welcome back, athletes. I'm Jamie, and this is our strength video number 29. Today, we're going to do one of our TENS exercises, meaning we'll do a warm-up together, and then I have a series of 10 exercises that we do 10 reps each. Pretty simple. Today, if you're going to come with me, I would like you to have one set of light weights. I have like 2 or 3 pound weights there, and then one set of heavier weights. That's a set of 10 I have there. Maybe you have 8, maybe you got 12. If you don't have weights, that's okay. You can definitely follow the movements with me and work the air. So what do I mean by that? If we're doing a bicep curl with weights, right, you can see my bicep flex there. Right, but I can also create the same flex with contraction in the air, right? So you can see the bicep flex there. It's possible just to lift air and feel a muscle contraction. It's cool. All right, today I'm gonna just stream some music that's 132 beats per minute. It's just more for background, not really to be on beat. So don't worry, you can just kick up your favorite tunes, have a spot available. I have a mat because some of the exercises we do today, we're going to go down to the ground. So if you don't have something soft like carpet, you might want a mat or a beach towel. Okay, let's do it. Turn on your favorite tunes. And go ahead and come with me. No weights needed for warm up. The very first thing we're going to do is a high knee march. March, 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 just right and left. March it out. So we're going to change up the arms with this march. We're going to actually, instead of working them like a soldier, we're going to do a big arm circle. I want you to warm up your shoulders here. And for me, I'm circling first to the front, up and back. If you're doing the same, great. But we're going to reverse that in just a moment. Last one. Keep the march, but take the arm circles down, back, up, and forward. Try to initiate the knee lift from your core rather than your hip flexor. That involves tucking your pelvis in, drawing your navel towards your spine. Give me last 2. Last 1. Excellent. Your shoulders feeling warmer. We're going to go with a heel dig reach. So dig that right heel out, toe is up, heel is down. My left leg, your left leg is bent. You're gonna just reach flat back towards that toe. It's okay if you don't reach all the way down. Alternate, left heel dig, flat back, reach down. All right, let's speed that up just a little bit. So it's a deep knee bend on one leg. The other leg is relatively straight. Foot is flexed. Back is flat. As you reach down towards the toe, or maybe you're able to reach the toe. Just finding some mobility through the hips, through the ankle, and through the hamstrings, certainly. And you'll feel that lengthen as you reach down towards each toe. Give me 3, 2, last 1. Okay, next exercise involves a wide stance. So feet wide, toes turned out slightly. Your knees are going to follow out over your toes, meaning my toes aren't wide where my knees come narrow. That's not what I want to happen. Hands on the thighs. You're going to come down, bend the elbows, see my thighs go parallel to the floor, and then come back up. Okay, that's nice and simple, right? Squatting deep, knees go wide, hands on thighs, bend the elbows. Squeeze the glutes as you drive up through the heels. I want you to think about rolling the thighs to the outside to keep them in line with your toes. And your navel is still locked in, tucking towards your spine. Last two. You got it now, last one. Come to your right side, step twice to the left, step twice to the right. Level one, shuffle, is just a step, 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 step. Level two is added, reach across. As I reach across, my foot goes back. See that? And of course, level three, shuffle, is an actual hop or an actual low shuffle. I want your knees bent so you are staying low. We can even take this up to a level four. If you'll reach down to the floor on either side, you can choose. Let me show you the levels one more time. Level one. Level two, with that added reach. Level three, an actual shuffle here. And a level four, reach down towards the floor. Whatever variation works best for you, I'd like you to do that now so we can further warm up and ready for our 10 exercises. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Tap it out. Nice job. So next we have is our full body workout. I want you to hydrate, find a spot on the mat. We're going to come down to plank. No weight needed for planks. I'm going to drag you down here with me so you can better see my plank. Okay, your plank is going to be on your forearms. So I'd like your elbows to be right under your shoulders. Your forearms are apart, palms are down. So I don't want to see this or this, right? Forearms apart, palms down. Come to your knees first. If at any time you want to come down to a knee plank, this is your stance right here. Otherwise, tuck your toes under and come up to a full plank with me. From here, I want you to tuck in the core, tuck in the abs, and as you do that, you're going to draw the hips up towards the ceiling and then lower back down. That's one. Draw the core in as your hips lift up. That's two. So instead of just initiating this as a hip lift, I want you to think about initiating this as a core lift. Your toes stay right in the same place. As you lift your hips up, you do tend to tuck the chin just a little bit. Head coming down towards the mat. If at any time you want to drop to the knees and just hold a knee plank, that is an option. Good. Lift it. Lower it. Give me 2 more. Last one. Every time the shoulders come right above elbows. And then go ahead and sit back into child's pose. Excellent work. So that should have felt very intense for the core, but also it was a lot of shoulder work to begin with. The next thing we're going to do is squats with weights standing. So come back up, grab your weights. I'll come with you. Okay, from here, we're going to grab your heavy weights if your shoulders are at that level. If not, grab your light weights. From here, you're going to take a wide stance. Feet are wider than shoulders. You're going to take the weights towards the shoulders and then hang out right there. You're going to squat down first and then drive the weights overhead. Let me show you from the side. Send your hips back, squat down, drive the weights overhead. Excellent. That was 2. We have 8 left to do together. Let's do them here. Squat and lift. Squat and lift. This is 6 and lift. 5. You can certainly do this without weights. Last 3. You've got 2. Excellent. Full range for those squats. Nice job. 10 done. The next move will be a lunge with a bicep curl. So hang on to those weights. Lighten them if you need. Let me show you the lunge from the side. Your left leg is going to go back, way back, so that this front knee stays in line with front ankle as I sink my back knee down. As I sink my back knee down, I do a bicep curl and come up. Yes, we're going to do 10 on the left, 10 on the right. All right. Back, curl, and then together. Back, curl, and then together. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you got it now. 3, keep your chest tall. 2, and 1. You guys rock. We ready to do the other leg? So palms are forward. Back is nice and erect. Take your right, or this time it's your left leg way back. Give me a curl as you sink the knee down and up. If you want to break down the exercise and just do the lunges, or you just want to do the bicep curls without the lunges, those are options for you. This is a compound movement, working lots of muscles all at once. I want to make sure you have choices here. This is 8, 7, 6. You have to make sure you step way back so that your front knee stays in line or directly over your front ankle. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Excellent work. Give me a shoulder roll. Next is a side plank with clam legs. So, no weights needed for that. Go ahead and come on down with me to the floor. We are going to come to a side plank on our forearm. So place your right elbow directly under your right shoulder. Bend your knees, stack your legs, stack your hips. You can have a top hand on top hip, or if you're having trouble balancing, bring this top hand either to the mat in front, or some of you might want to open up to the back. I think it will be easier to the front. Try it with a hand on the hip first. Now notice this top foot. I'm going to sickle this foot. We use that term in ballet, sickling the foot, just meaning turning the toe in, kind of like a pigeon toe, so that the toe is forward, but the heel is up. Okay, from here, we're going to lift into a side plank at the same time that we clam open the legs. Lift, open, come in, and down. That's 1. We can do 9 more together. 9. This is working both the gluteus medius and the gluteus maximus, as well as shoulder and upper back, because you're supporting there, as well as obliques as we come into a side plank. So it is a compound movement. If you just want to come up to side plank on the knees, that's a level 1, right? That's an option for you. Lift, open, close, and in. Lift, open, close, and in. Sorry for the interference here. Yes, I know. Give me 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. All right, we've got to go the other side. So I want you to plant your left elbow right underneath your left shoulder. Your forearm is extended in front, palm down. Stack your feet, bend your knees, stack your hips. Top hand on top hip. We're going to come up to side plank, open up to clam, and come down. Don't forget to sickle the foot. Up, open, in, and down. Up, open, in, and down. Lift, open. You got it now. All those muscles working at once. Shoulder, back, oblique, glutes, hips. Give me 4. Open, in, and down. 3. Open, in, and down. 2. Open. Last 1. Nice job. All right, roll that out. Our next exercise is also going to be here on the floor, and I'd like you to grab small weights if you have them. Maybe just even cans of soup if you don't have small weights. We're going to come down to the belly for a swimmer move. If at any time the weights are too much, just do it without the weights because it's intense enough without them. I'm going to place my weights on either side, and then I'm going to drop down to my belly. Here, my inner thighs are engaged by pressing my legs together and down into the floor. My belly is engaged by scooping up the belly button up off the mat. Then I'm going to grab my weights and bring them down just to my glutes. And then I'm going to lift my chest and shoulders up off the mat. They're going to stay up off the mat as I bring one arm forward and back, then the other arm forward and back. That's a swimmer. Let me show you from the front so that that is a little more visual for you. Drop down to the belly. You're going to lift the head and shoulders up off the mat. Bring the weights to your glutes. Head and shoulders up off. Tuck in through the inner thigh, the glutes, the belly. Bring one arm forward and the other arm forward. If any time that's too much with the weights, you do it without the weights. Keep going. You know the move now. I showed you from the side and from the front. You keep going. This works your back side, your glutes, the back, the core, and of course the shoulders as we bring one weight up at a time. I think this one is best seen probably from the front, so let me show you again from the front. My hands are on the weights that are on my low glutes. Bring one arm forward and then back, other arm forward and back. By now, you should have about 3 left if you've been doing them this whole time. While I've been coaching, last 2. Last one. Excellent work. Go ahead and come back to child's pose. That's knees are wide, toes together. Send your hips back, but reach your arms forward. The next move in this workout is pointer pose. And I am going to use one light weight for this, so maybe one light water bottle or soup can. From here, you're going to make a box underneath your body. My wrists underneath shoulders, your knees underneath hips. From here, take the weight over to one hand, and whatever is the opposite leg from the weighted hand, you're going to extend out. You're going to extend out the arm and leg to pointer pose, opposite arm, opposite leg, and you're going to draw elbow to knee underneath your body. Let me show you from the front. So weight in the right hand, send the left leg back, reach the right arm forward, come in, tuck, elbow to knee, and then back out. So we've done 2 now. Let's do 8 more. Here we go. 8, in. 7, tuck. 6, your arm and leg go parallel to the floor. 4, tuck in through the abs as you bring knee to elbow, drive it in. Last 2, last 1. We've got the other side. So the weight is going to go to my left hand now. I'm going to go palm down, fingers wide on my right hand. My right wrist is right underneath my right shoulder. And the opposite leg from this weighted hand, that's the one that's going to go out. Here we go. Reach it out and then tuck it in. Reach it out and then tuck it in. Let me show you from the side. That means we have 8 more to go. Reach and tuck. 7 and tuck. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. That takes a lot of stability and balance. You guys, I'm proud of you. Next is a basic push-up, right? No weights needed for that. If you want to push up inclined on the wall, that would be a level 1. If you want to do a slight incline push-up, level 2, you could do it on a stable lower surface like a coffee table or a couch, or push-up level 3 right on the floor. But even here on the floor, this level 3, you could have a knee push-up. Level 4 push-up would be a push-up on the toes. So take those knees or toes wide, take the hands, make a big high five, take the thumbs in towards your armpits, And then from there, they stay right where your armpits would be, but just wider than shoulders. That is where your hands are going to be on the floor. So your hands would not be up here where the thumbs go to the forehead, right? And your thumbs would not come to your rib cage, right? Right in the armpit, drive the hands out just outside shoulder width. Knees or toes, wide knees or toes. Are you ready? We just have 10 of them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh, you made it, child's pose. Those are intense, right? Especially if you're top heavy like myself. I have that V body shape, either fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not sure. After push-ups, we're actually gonna stand up and do some reverse flies with a light weight. Come on up with me. We're going to bend over with our palms facing forward. My palms are gonna be up rather than down, okay? The ends of the weight are gonna come together and then out to shoulder height. But we're gonna do that while we fold forward, back flat. So it is a type of reverse fly. From here, let me coach you. Feet about hip width apart. From before, we've been doing wider than shoulders, right? So your hips are not as wide as you think. They actually, the feet will land right underneath the hips there. Your knees are slightly bent. Your core is engaged already by tilting that pelvis, tuck it under, and then fold forward, back flat. See that? I'm leaning over about 45-degree angle. I'm going to touch the ends of the weights together, palms up, and then I'm going to drive the weights up to shoulder height and then in. We got it now? Let's do 10, 9, 8, neck in line with spine. That means your eyes are on the floor in front of you, slightly. You've got 4, 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and roll up. If you want to release the back, come side to side. Nice job. We have 2 exercises left in this TENS exercise. We are going to do a chair close squat. If you want to do this without the weight, that is an option. We're going to come about shoulder width apart. So from before, we've been doing wider than shoulders, and then we just did right underneath hips. But here, I want you about shoulder width apart. So not extra wide and not extra narrow. Your toes are forward. You're going to drive the weight through your heels as you reach the arms up into a chair pose squat. Yes? Just like that. Did you catch it? You can do it without the weights if you like. Or if you need. I guess I don't really care what you like. I want you to challenge yourself. But certainly if you need to drop the weights, I am totally okay with that. You're going to drive the weight through your heels, send your hips back, reach your arms up, and lift. We've got 9, and lift. Your abs are always engaged. Reach. Yes. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2. My thighs are going parallel to the floor. I want yours to be 2, and 1. All right. Last bit is going to be a bent over row with tricep kickback. For me, I did biceps with the heavier weights, so now I'm going to do triceps with the heavier weights. Ideally, I want you to have muscular balance, meaning what you can lift in the front of the arm is also what you can lift in the back of the arm. That isn't always the case, and you might have to work your way up, but ideally, muscular balance, right? No imbalances. We don't want those. So grab your heavier weights. If you did heavier weights for biceps, we're gonna do a bent over row with tricep kickback. And in fact, we're gonna do one arm at a time so you can actually drop one of the weights. Left leg forward, right leg slightly back. Bend the left knee, hand on the left knee, right arm, row, kick back, in and down. Notice my shoulders stayed forward. I didn't row it and twist, right? That is not the exercise we're doing here. Shoulders stay forward as I row and kick back. Now let me show you from the side what my upper arm is doing between the shoulder and the elbow. It rose up to be parallel to the floor. It stays there. Now I hinge at the elbow, extend the tricep, and then back in. So it's a compound move, but I know you can do it. Shoulders stabilize. I want to see shoulders going back and forth, right? We'll get jiggy with it later. Left knee in front. Left hand on left knee. Shoulders stabilize. Core tight. Row. Kick back, in and down. 9, kick back, in and down. 8, kick it back. Good. Is the top of your arm coming parallel to the floor? Try it. 5, 4, 3, neck in line with spine. Don't wonky the shoulders. Last one. Excellent work. You're going to switch the weight to the other hand. Remember to stabilize through the shoulders. They don't lift up as you row or tricep kickback, right? They stabilize. Stay forward. Right leg in front. Right hand on right leg. This weight dangles just under shoulder. But notice my shoulder stays in the socket. With this heavy weight, it would be easy to release and round through the shoulder. We're not rounding the back, we're not rounding the shoulders. Keeping those shoulder blades pinched together and back. We're gonna row, kick back, in and down. I'm gonna show you from the side for a better vantage point. All right, right hand, right knee. Let's row, coming parallel to the floor. Kick back, in and down. We've got 9. Neck in line with spine. Eyes on the floor. 7. 6. This is hard with a heavy weight. But you only have 4 more. 3. 2. Last one. Nice job. You can stretch out one tricep at a time, taking elbow up, walking fingertips down spine, keeping chin off chest, giving yourself a little pat in back. Release, and then other elbow up. You can lean away. That helps. Now, you can go through the whole set of exercises again, right? The 10s, 10 reps each. That's the beauty of video. Just go back to the start just after warm up. That's an option. Otherwise, stay with me and do a cool down. If you're just starting exercise moves and you haven't been following along since the lockdown, you can always just do part of one of my videos. And maybe the next time you do it, you do 5 minutes longer, and the next time 5 minutes longer. So there's always a plan to start, right? You don't have to start full out with the full video. So stay with me. Let's cool down just a moment. Take the weights off your mat. Take your feet wide. Reach your fingertips out. Energy through both sides of your body. As you bend the knees, scoop down and reach up. Bend the knees, scoop down, reach up. 2 more like that. Deep bend through the knees, scoop and reach. 1 more. All right, we're gonna get a side body stretch, bringing right foot behind left, bringing right arm up and over, side body stretch. We did a lot of those side planks, right? Worked our obliques. I wanna make sure we lengthen there. And then left foot behind right, left arm up as you reach over. Feeling the stretch really all the way from the bottom of the leg to the top of the arm. Excellent. So we almost never get any glute stretches, so I'm gonna bring you down to the floor so we can do some glute stretches. Since we did a lot of squats and lunges, and those side clams work a lot of glutes as well. So a couple of things. I want you to sit up nice and tall, cross the right leg over the left, but try to release sit bones down. Sometimes you have to pull the fleshy bits out of the way. And then from here, I'm really tight through my hips today and just hugging in this top leg towards my chest as I rotate towards that top leg. That's gonna be enough for me. Some of you might be able to brace your elbow on the leg and then really give me a full twist around. My body's not doing that today. Just listen to your body, right? There's only so much I can do. I can't see your body here, and even if you were here in front of me, I don't have like an x-ray. I haven't examined your musculature. I'm really not sure where you are. So if you will listen to your own body and take it to the level that is needed, you really will be doing yourself a huge favor. Excellent. From here, I'm just going to untwist and bring this top leg to the shin of the top leg is in line with the shin of the bottom leg. Even though you see my knee way up, it's just because my hips are tight and my knee cannot lower down, although the shins are stacked. I'm holding my hands behind me on the ground and really staying tall through the chest as I squeeze my shoulders together and back. This brings my torso slightly forward and I feel the stretch more intensely through the hips. If that's not enough for you, you can come forward and fold over the legs. I'm not there today. I haven't done a hip opener in a while. And shame on me, I really should be better about releasing the muscles. It's been busy since school's been back in session. So uncross, take that right leg on the bottom now, the left leg crosses over, sit your hips bones down to the floor, and this top leg, I'm just gonna hug it in, opposite arm, opposite leg. And I twist my belly button towards this top leg. I know I'm wearing all black, but I'm touching my top leg there. That's my knee. And for some of you who want more, you can brace the elbow and do the full twist. I'm just not there today. You want to sit up nice and tall, allowing the body some moments to really release through all of that tight hip and glute muscle. You have 3 glute muscles, the gluteus maximus, the largest, the gluteus medius, which is the middle, and the gluteus minimus. So it takes a few different hip openers and glute releases to really get all three of those. And sometimes you even need to go to a foam roller to release further. So from here, you're going to stack the shins together, even if one knee just pops way up. Both my shins are actually on top of each other. They look like that, but my one knee is up. They're still on top of each other. I'm going to brace my hands behind me, opening up my chest as my shoulders squeeze together behind me. You can, again, fold forward if that feels better for your hip opener. Keep breathing here. Sometimes this feels intense, but trust me, it will feel way better after you've done this. If you'll just take a little bit of time to lengthen the muscles. From here, I'm going to extend the legs and just shake it out. And then I'm going to fold forward, giving myself a hamstring stretch. My feet are flexed, my back is flat. You can reach for the legs instead if you don't have the flexibility to reach for the toes yet. And I'm going to just round up, shoulder roll back, and guess what? We've made it through another TENS exercise. You guys did amazing. Remember that movement is medicine, and I'd like to see you here next time for another workout. See you later.